Here's a puzzle called Fog Renban number 2 by TopAutism. I got it from the Sudoku Testing Submissions channel on the CTC Community Discord. I'll have a link to the puzzle down below in the description if you want to try it out for yourself. This intro might be a little disjointed, hopefully not so much. I just finished recording the intro, and as I was about to start solving the puzzle, I looked over at OBS and realized I had been muted the whole time. So I'm re-recording this. But there's a lot of stuff I was going to say, so hopefully I still remember to say all of that. But I might forget what I've said, so just bear with me. Sorry about that. And also sorry about the mic quality. I have a really crappy mic, but I like recording puzzles, so I'm going to do it. So let's go over these rules. First of all, there's Fog of War. If you haven't seen this before, it's kind of a new... I say new, it's like maybe 3 or 4 months old now. At least in the current, I don't know. It's fairly new, let's just put it that way. Whenever we type a correct digit into the grid, it will highlight, or it will reveal a 3x3 area around it. So let's say we somehow, whoopsies, that was supposed to be a small digit. If we somehow type in the correct, we figure out this is a 5 somehow, it will reveal all of these cells, but when we type it in. And because it didn't reveal it, we know that's not a 5, but we'll try not to remember that by the time we get down to the corner. The other rule is Renbans. So purple lines contain a set of consecutive non-repeating digits, and this might be in a shuffled order. So let's just say these 4 cells were a Renban. It's kind of hard to explain rules for a fog puzzle because you can't really see very much. But let's say this was a purple line, like these purple lines up here. And we determine that this is like 3 and 6. We would know that these 2 digits are 4 and 5 because it must be a consecutive set of digits, but it can be all jumbled up. Also, if let's say this was 3 and 4, we would know that these digits would be like from 1 to 5 or 6, but they would all have to be, a set of consecutive digits. They also can't repeat, so we normally, like this cell and this cell, could both be 3s in, normal Sudoku. But in this case, both of these could not be 3s because they're both on the same line. I don't know how hard this puzzle is. You can probably judge a little bit by the length of the puzzle, or length of the video. I know this person has done a lot of fog arrow puzzles. I think at least 4 of them. And I think they did 4 of them, and I did at least 3 of those 4 puzzles. And they were tough. I'm trying to think exactly. I think the easier ones were like maybe on the easy side of 3 out of 5, and the harder ones were like solidly 4 out of 5, maybe, if I remember correctly. But in the description on the Discord, they wrote that this one might be on the easier side. So there you go. And I did enjoy their fog arrow puzzles a lot. So we'll see how this goes. I will say, I think I actually did Fog Renban number 1 as well. I think I'd actually talk to them about the fact that I solved that. I don't know. Anyway, let's just jump into this. Again, the puzzle's in the description if you want to try it. Okay, so the reason why I drew down here instead of just using this purple line is because this purple line, of course, is the break-in, which is how it kind of works with the Fog of War puzzles. So you might notice that this line is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, one part of the rules that I didn't read. Renbans never branch, overlap, cross, share cells, or loop. So we know that this line is going to come in here, and then come back out here, and then come in here, and then come back here, come in here, and come back there. It doesn't like, go like this, and then this is a separate line somehow. It doesn't do that at all. So we know that this is just one line. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So this is 8 digits long. Which means, let's just do this. So we can visualize. This is 8 digits long, so it's either 1 through 8. Oh, you know what? I accidentally switched this. Sorry. It's either 1 through 8, or it's 2 through 9. Those are the only 2 options. Now, you can kind of see here, 2 through 8 must be on the line no matter what. We don't know, the extra digit could either be a 1 or a 9, but we do know, obviously, that this line is going to contain 2 through 8. So where are we going to put the 4 on this line? It must be there. And actually, this must be a 1 or a 9, because we can't have both 1 and 9 on this line. So where we put the other 1 from this box, it must be here. Let me just get rid of this, because that's probably going to confuse me. Let's see, this is going to be 1, let's color that. And this is going to be a separate line. Actually, we can do this as well, just so I keep this straight in my head. So if this is 1, then this is going to be 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me just mark this over here. This is 1, this is 2, 3, 4, 5. If this is 9, it's 8, 7, 6, 5. So there's a 5 on here no matter what. Which, I guess that's a good rule of thumb. If you have a 5, or a length 5 Renban line, it's always going to include the number 5. Because it's either, no matter how you section off, it's going to have that middle 5 in there. If you kind of remember my number line that I had before. That's what I was trying to indicate with that weird selecting of cells. Maybe it's something to do with this line up here. Well, it can't be 1, 2. Oh yeah, that's what it is. So maybe I'll leave this here, because this is going to be, I think, helpful for my discussion. So this 4 blocks a 4 from being on this line, of course. So that means it effectively blocks all of these digits from being on the line. So now we have to fit 4 of these. So no matter what, this has 6, 7, and 8 on the line. It's either like this or like this. So we have, and this has 6, 7, or 8. So 1, 2, and 3 are here, like this, which is interesting because that means at least 1 of 1, 2, or 3 is on this line. And actually, yeah, at least 1 of 1, 2, or 3 is on this line. We could put a 1 here, we could put a 2 here, but then 3 is going to end up on the line. Which means that this must be a 1, because 9 cannot get down low enough. So this must be a 1. Which means that none of these can be 1, and that must be a 1 as well. So let's get rid of this coloring. I don't like generally leaving colors in longer than they're useful. I feel like it affects my scanning. So that's one thing that I generally do that I think a lot of other setters don't do. We know there's a line here, but we don't. It could go in, like this line could, well, it can't be that long, but it can go wild. This is 1, 2, 3. Sorry, 2, 3, 4, 5. These two obviously can't be a 4 because of the 4 in the box. But we don't really know much besides that. Okay, let's look at this line. This must be 2, 3, 4. This can't be a 4, this can't be a 4, therefore that's a 4. Okay, so now we have a 5 here on the line, so 5 can't repeat. And also 5 can't be up here, so we can kind of clean up these lines a little bit. This orange must come down here, so we know a little bit more information. I don't know if we'll have enough information there. We actually, yeah. This is at... let me think for a second. And while I think, I'll just highlight because I can do that. Okay. So this line, this orange line, can't have 1, 2, 3, 4. Same as this line over here. Well, it can't have 1, 2, 3, or 4 from this box. But actually, it could go like this. How many cells is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if it had 7, let's remove that. So if it had 7, I feel like we're going to run into some issues. Because if it went like this, let's just for a moment assume that this was like this. Because it can't cross this, so it can't go any lower. So there's at most 1 digit from here that is not in this box. So this would have to be the 4, because the 4 must be on a 7 line. Then we would need a 3 in this box. As I talk about this, I'm kind of convincing myself more and more that this is possible. So the thought I just had, these are 3 big digits across the top. So these 3 big digits are not there, obviously. But if this was the line here, if this was the line, we would need those 3 big digits on the line, which would put them here. Is that a problem? And then this would have to be 3, 5, and then whatever this digit is. Oh, you know what? I'm dumb. There's a much easier way of thinking about this. Let's just back up a little bit. Where can 1 go in this box? 1 must be across there. So it's not... Oh, no, what? Wait. It is still that line. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's a much easier way of thinking about it, and it proves it. If this one is on this line and it takes at least 4 cells, which means it needs a 4 on here. It has 4 cells with a 1, which means it needs to have at least this much, but it could have more. We don't know how much. Well, in order to get a 4 onto this line, the 4 must be here. And that's wrong. What did I do wrong? 1, 1. I know what I did wrong. Yep, that's definitely wrong. Yep, that was a bad assumption on my part. That was a bad assumption. This doesn't have to connect. Orange does come down here. It does not connect there, but it could connect here. This could be orange, actually, and I think it is, but that's based off the fact that Oh, you know what? Okay, here's what I needed to think about. Where does 4 go on this line? 4 goes here or here, which rules out 4 from this spot. Which means that this can't be 4 and it must go down. It can't go here, or it can't cross the line and go here. It can't go here because we would see the line, so it must go here, and then because it goes here, it must come back up. So where can 4 go? It must be here. Yeah, so that was a little bit of a mistake that Fog of War saved me on. The Fog of Warness, I guess. Yeah. So yeah, that was definitely a mistake, but I fixed it. Okay. So how long is this line? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is going to have everything. So I'm just thinking about these 2s and 3s, because this digit here is going to have to go down here. And I was thinking, would that break something? But no, this digit is not this digit. Let me get rid of this coloring because that's a little distracting. This digit is not this digit. So if this was a 2, this is a 3. If this is a 3, then this is a 2. Which means that this digit is right in here. Which means it's not in here. So yeah, this digit is down here somewhere, and that's fine. And in fact, this digit is also up here somewhere, but I don't know if that's helpful. Let's look at this line. Maybe this, I don't see, it's such a big line. Actually, I just saw one other thing. This 2, 3 must be here. So this digit, whatever this digit is, let's call it red. Where does red go on the line? There's literally only 1 spot left. It can't be the 4. I guess there are 2 spots left. If it was a 4, it could go here. But it's not a 4 because there's already 4 in the box. This digit must go here. Which means that this 2, 3 must go here. So that's somewhat helpful. Now let's get rid of the red because I kind of need another color. Actually, let's get rid of blue. Blue is not helpful anymore, I guess. And I don't really need green. I don't think. So how long is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So no matter what, it will include the 4. So again, we're going to put a 4 off on its own. We know these two are the same, so there's a 2. I'm going to have to get rid of my number line here in a second. We know that this digit is this digit. So this digit is going to be on this line. Yeah, we have to get rid of this. This digit, whatever it is, 2 or 3, is here and also on this line. Now it can't go up past 4, so this must be a 1, 2, 3. So could this digit cannot go on this line, which means that this line is from, it could be 4 to 9, or it could be 3 to 8. And if this was a 2, this line could be 3 to 8. So where do one of these is a 1? Let me just think about that again. Obviously, this 1 is going to be ruled out by this, but let me just make sure I have this logic correct. I already made one silly mistake. Don't want to make another one. So this line here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 digits long. So it could either be 4 through 9 or 3 through 8, because it must include a 4, but it can't include both 2 and 3. So where does 1 go? 1 can't be on the line. There's only 2 spots left that's not on the line and not already filled with something else. This can't be a 1. This also can't be a 1 because of this triple down here, so this must be a 1. Great. Which also gives us this 1 up here. Don't really need any of the coloring anymore, I suppose. Whoopsies. Wrong thing. Wait, what? Delete that. Okay. I must have misclicked or something. I don't know. Oh, I think I clicked this instead of delete. Okay, yeah, that's what happened. Okay, actually we do know the order now. Think about it a little bit. Or we do know the set, I should say, not the order. So I said this could either be 4 through 9 or 3 through 8. If this was 4 through 9, what would this digit be? This digit would have to be a 2 or a 3. Because, I guess, yeah, 5 through 9 would be on this line. So this would be a 2 or 3, but it can't be a 2 or a 3. So therefore this is 3 through 9. Sorry, 3 through 8, not including 4. This is a 9, and this is a 2. Let me just... Yeah, this is a 2, this is a 9. Okay. Just double checking that I'm right on that. This can't have a 2, so this can't have a 3. So this is a 3, this is a 2. So where does 9... Oh, I already said... Yeah, I said this from the other way around. This cell must go here. There's a little gnat that just flew past me. So if I randomly clap later on in the puzzle, that is why. So this has a 1 on it, so it must be 1, 2, 3. There's a 2 up here that resolves that. Oh, I just broke the puzzle. I messed up again. Okay, we have to rewind. This is not necessarily a 1, 2, 3, and in fact it is not a 1, 2, 3. See, we're going to have to come up with some better logic, or some new logic. This line can go down like this. I don't know why I assumed it ended there. Oh, let's make it green actually. I don't like the red, just is like an intense red. This digit still goes here. This is still 3 through 8 or 4 through 9. This digit is still on this line down here. And it can't go up to 4. That's why I thought it ended, because it can't go up to 4, but of course 4 is always the peaking out number. I was just saying I didn't want to make a silly mistake. I think I said that literally after I made a silly mistake. So this line, we don't know where it goes. It goes here, but it could go out to there at least. And in fact, it does. But we haven't proved that. I mean, I guess we could basically use what we know, but I don't like... That's actually like 4 steps away, so I don't really want to do that. Okay, so where... Again, we can ask the same question. Where can 1 go on this line? It must be here or here. Either way, this is not a 1. Because if this is a 1, it rules out. If this is a 1, it's on the line, and that's ruled out. Oh! That's a better way of looking at it. 1 is up here on the line, which rules out this as a 1. So this must be a 1, which makes this 2, 3. So now this can't be 1, 2, 3 line. Yeah, I'm really upset with myself, making multiple silly mistakes with my first solve here. Or first recorded solve. So it must go out here because it must include more than just 3 digits. Which means 4 is out here somewhere. And must be on the line. And it must include... It must have at least 2 cells out here. This... I'm going to start coloring these a little bit. We'll call this red. And we'll mark this one blue. And red is in... No, sorry, blue is in here. And red is in here. Blue is in here. Oh! Okay, so now we can say, where does blue go in this box? Can't go along here, so blue is on this line. Which means that it must be a 3, because we said 2 can never be on this line. So blue is 3. Whoa, that was bad. So it's not 2, sorry. Wrong. This is a 3. This is not 3. This is a 2. This is a 2. This is a 2. And then there's a 3 in here. So let's get rid of this coloring again. There's a 2 down here. Okay, so where does this go? Because this needs a 4, and it also needs a 3. We actually know these. It needs a 4, and it needs a 3. And this cannot be a 3. And it can't go up here, so this must be at least here. How many digits is this? This is 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if it went here, it would need to take 3 more cells, which would be too much. So this is all that's there. So this is 3, and this is 4. I'm really kicking myself about all these dumb things I've been doing. 4 is here or here. Where can 1 go in this box? It can't go right here. If 1 was on this line, then this would have to be a 1, 2, 3, 4 line, which would break several times. And so this must be a 1. That must be a 2, to just do a short line here. Oh, there's a 3 right there. This 4, this is 3. So what could this be? This is either 5 through 8 or 6 through 9. And 5, like the opposite end digit, is the one that's left off. So we can write that there. One is in here somewhere. That's not super helpful. 3 is there or there. This digit, oh, yeah, I did do this logic earlier. So this has a 3 on it, so this is 3 through 8. Where does 9 go in the box? It must be there, which puts the 9 there. And I think we can get rid of this color. Let's make that blue, actually. So what 2 digits are these? Oh, yeah, so I said earlier 1 must be down here, which is correct. Wait, 1 must be in here. Yeah, in here. 1 must be in here, and that's correct. So this is 1. No, actually that wasn't necessarily guaranteed. But now 1 would go on this line, which would require 2, but 2 is on this other line. So 1 is forced to be on this line because there's nowhere else to go. But I kind of skipped that piece of logic, I think. Or at least didn't think it fully all the way through. And actually, an easier way, see, this is going to be 8, 9, because this is going to be 1 through 7. Another way to see that is 9 comes down here, one of these is a 9. It can't be on this line, because this is not long enough, so this must be a 9, this must be an 8. We can remove this coloring and that. One of these is a 4. 1 is in this corner, as is 2. That's going to make this... If this is a 4... I don't know if this is what... This is probably making it harder on myself than it needed to be, but... If this is the 4... If this is not 4, then this is 4, this is 3, this is 1, 2. Which means this is going to connect into a 1 or a 2, which is at least going to take the 3, 4, because this is minimum 5 right now, because we've placed 1 through 4. This is minimum 5, which means that this is all going to be on the line, as 2, 3, 4, 5. It could also include this, but we don't know, it doesn't matter. But either way, it's going to include a 4. Yeah, either way it's going to include a 4. Now, if we instead put the 4 here, it's obviously going to be on the line. So 4 is on the line no matter what. I don't know if that logic helped at all. Now that I'm thinking about it. I was thinking it was also going to force a 3, but I don't think it does. Like, this could be 4, 5, and this could be 1, 2, 3. I think. One of these is a 3. Oh, no. I saw the 2 as being in column 9 for a second as I was scanning, so I thought I was going to place it down there, but it's obviously not the case. Where does 8... Oh, this is a 5. So this is an 8, 9. This is a 6, 7. Okay, so what's left in this row is 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is not 4, this is not 1 or 3. And this is not 4. So, what does that mean? Oh, I said if this is a 4, then this is a 1, 2, 3, 4 quadruple, which would break this puzzle. So this is the 4. Which, this is now confusing me a little bit more than it's helpful. It goes at least to there, and it can't escape. It can't be tricky like the other lines, because it can't take this cell or cross this line. So we know it's here. It could take as much as that. If it takes this cell... So what I'm thinking about is where can 8 and 9 go in the bottom row? Obviously one of the times is right here, because we already have 8 and 9 written in. But it can't go along here because this is a 1 through 7 line. Now I'm trying to think, could this have an 8 or a 9 on it? And I don't think it can, because this would be, at most, this would be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. At the very most. If it took everything and increased as much as possible. This cell obviously must be 1, 2, or 3, so if we maximize that as a 3, yeah, it's just 4, 5, 6, 3, and 7. So this must be an 8 or a 9. Maybe I can edit that out on YouTube. Hopefully I can, because I literally just, like, slapped my microphone and knocked it over. And I saw OBS just, like, shoot. the mic volume shoot to the maximum. So let's hope I can resolve that without killing anyone's ears. This is 6, 7, 8. Not helpful. Okay. This is a minimum of 5. This can't have a 4 on it or anything lower. So it's 5 through 9. Don't know if that's helpful. This could be 5, 6. No, it couldn't. This could not be 5, 6 because that would put 5 and 6 up here. Oh, this can't be a 3. Maybe that's a better way. No, I don't think that's a better way. So if this was 5, 6, 6 would go and look and put a 6 here, but then 5 also wants to put the 5 there. So this is not 5, 6. What are the... Oh, you know what? Maybe that... So 1 and 2 are in here because of the 1s and 2s looking in. So we take 3 of these cells, so it must have a 1 or a 2 on this line. If it has a 1, then it must have a 2. So there's going to be a 2 on this line no matter what, which means there must be a 3 on the line, which means this must be a 3. We can remove this coloring. And this must be the 1, and then we have a 2, 5 here, which puts a 5 here, puts a 2 there. Whoops. This is 1, 6, 7, not resolved. Let's see. What's left is 6, 7, and then the other of the 8, 9 pair. Not sure how helpful that will be. Yeah. Well, this can't... No, it could be 4, 5, 6. Actually, it is... Okay, there we go. It is 4, 5, 6. There's 4 4s looking into box 4, which means this must be a 4, which means this must be 5, 6. This is not a 6. This is not a 5. Whoops, not there. Well, this is a 2, this is a 5. Get rid of those 6s. One of those is a 7, though. This can't be a 1. So this can't be... So this is 6, 7, 8, 9. So where can 1 go? 1 is over here somewhere. And actually there's a 1 that's placeable in the middle. That probably could have been placed a while ago. Let me just double check that. Yeah. For a second I thought I used this one to rule out that, but I did not do that. I've made a lot of silly mistakes so far, 2 of them, but at least I didn't make that silly mistake. This can't be a 6. This is 6, 7, 8, or 9. Again, that can't be a 6. So one of these is a 9, because this is a triple. So neither of these are 9. No, we can't, I don't think we can quite rule anything out there. One of these is a 5 for the row. This, whoops, 3, 3 puts a 3 here, which puts a 3 up here, which makes that a 1, 3 pair. 2 must be in the corner. Whoops. 2 up here, 2 up here, 2 looking in. And also that 2, I suppose, but it's not that helpful. Let's do 2 in the middle box. 2 here, 2 here, 2 here. Puts a 2 there. 3's all around, which does resolve this. 3 in the corner, puts a 1 there. Oh, this doesn't include a 1. No, I guess that includes a 9 now. I guess I knew that for a while. I don't know why I was surprised about that. I just had forgotten that this line, at the very beginning I said it was either 2 through 9 or 1 through 8, and it does not include a 1. So it must be the 2 through 9. Let's look at the middle box a little bit more, I suppose. 9 is down here. 5 is in one of these spots. Oh, there's a 9 looking in over here. So this must be 9, this must be 8, this must be 7, this must be 6. And this 6 makes that a 7, 6. No. I do hate that. It does it on F puzzles too. If you select a cell and then just like barely miss. Oh, actually, so on F puzzles, if you're not aware, if you have some cells selected and then you click like in between the digits on the keypad, it will unselect what you have, which is really annoying when you select like 50 cells and to do some advanced coloring thing, and then you misclick and it just unhighlights everything. But it looks like this one is slightly better. If you click in the keypad but not on a button, it doesn't remove it, but if you click out here, it does remove it. Okay, where was I? This is an 8 or a 9, which means it must be a 9. Oop, must be a 9. How did I unselect that? I don't know. This is a 9, 8, 9, 7. What's left in this column is an 8 and a 7, not resolved that I see. This is a 5, 6, 7. Also not resolved as far as I see. That's aggravating. What's left in this box is a 5, 6. Oh, this is not a 6, but that doesn't really matter. This is a 5, 7, or 8. That's not a 9. That's not an 8. Oh, this is pretty restricted. 7, 9. Oh, this can't be a 9. Perfect. A little bit more information. I was going to say, like, this is so close to cracking. I must be getting close to something. Just needed that little bit more. This sees a 5 and a 7. Whoops. So that's, no, that's an 8. I hate when I like literally say out loud, you know, what this digit can't be, and then I just type in the wrong digit. Oh, there's a 2 here, which resolves this, which I think was available a while ago. This 5. Sorry about my chair. My chair is very squeaky, and I try to sit still, or I've been trying to sit still, but I think I just moved a little bit and it squeaked. So apologies for that. Got excited for the end of the puzzle, I suppose. There we go. That was probably like a 2.5, maybe an easier 3, a harder 2, or an easier 3. I did make some mistakes that made it easier. That's one thing about Fog of Wars. You can just kind of guess. And I wasn't guessing, but I accidentally found out I accidentally found out a digit was incorrect or correct, which kind of guided my logic, because I knew which way to think about things, or I knew which choices could be eliminated, so I knew what my logic must prove. You know, I could kind of work backwards, I guess. Although when I discovered this was a 2 or 3, I think I recognized immediately that the puzzle was broken. But I didn't know what was I don't know. I don't know how much that helped. And I don't know. I don't know how much. I remember I placed a 4 here and that was incorrect. I don't remember how much that helped or hurt my logic. I feel like I knew that a 4 must be on the line by that point because I placed a 1 up here. Oh, yeah. It revealed that I had been misunderstanding these two lines. Yeah, I'm not sure, but that was a fun solve. I enjoyed that a lot. This person makes a lot of, I'm not a lot, but they've been working on fog puzzles recently, and I've done I think six very good six very good fog puzzles right now. So far. So I'll look forward to the next one I see. Thank you guys for watching.